Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected. Well, Peter, whatever people may say about him, there is plenty to admire about Diego Costa.
Oh, what is there not to admire? Multiple champion, a born winner with a style that is uniquely his. He was brilliant by any yardstick.
Yeah, and while at times it can make him look like a pantomime villain, his uncompromisingly physical style, the gamesmanship, they're all traits that make him what he is. You lose that edge.
That's the keeper's ball.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Vieira. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Messi.
That was lovely, that.
Oh, that's nice. Messi's cross, and they've managed to get rid.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Ferdinand gets across to intercept that. Ronaldo is herring after that one. Vieira.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Azar is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Tries a shot! It's there! And there is your opener. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Vietnam are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Maldini is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, he's done so well then. Almost the perfect link-up. There was a split second there for the perfect finish too. Shame he didn't take it.
And it's been taken short. Hazard does really well to win the ball there.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Seedorf with the short one. It's a good-looking delivery. Desai getting this one clear. Vieira tries to play it through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
And here's Roberto Carlos. Looking for the far post.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Looking for options for movement. Azar. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Azar. Thuram cuts it out. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And this is Ibrahimovic. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. The ball has bounced loose now. Seedorf. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking to play him in, and the through ball. And here's Diego Costa, and this is Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
2 added minutes have been indicated.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Succumbs to the pressure. Azar. Very much. And for the first half, that is that.
And now,
So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Vietnam come in leading by just the odd goal.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Vietnam have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. Back on the way there. Oh, good effort! And that's a sharp finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Superb timing to generate that power, threw a really strong neck behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
Vietnam are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Real chance! Vieira. Messi. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And this is Messi. He's picked his Messi! Goal! Back within 1. They have them in their sights again. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Substitution on the field, number 5.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Ibrahimovic.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
It's Costa! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Substitution on the field, number 7.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Bellingham. Coming on to replace him is number 14, Seedorf.
Messi goes short. Cross into the box. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Bullet being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Vietnam really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really... Now, who's going to be first to this? Vietnam suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift into a kick.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, good finish! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Number 4.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Oh, Pele! Iniesta.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vietnam are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Desai calmly anticipates. Now it's Hullet. Thuram gives no quarter whatsoever. Half an hour gone in the second half. He's found a way through. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Great ball, and he's in here. There's the shot! That's going to go a long way. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Can he get it through? He's got away. Has to go back here. Vietnam can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And he's in on goal.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Diego Costa! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Full added minutes have been indicated.
Vietnam look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
Bullet.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Diego Costa. And the referee brings it to a close. Vietnam proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle, they know it could so... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So straight into the action. Vietnam are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about...
It's Ibrahimovic! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Roberto Carlos, and he whips in across. Defending of the desperate variety. And they're back on the ball again. Great vision. Here comes the corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And the keeper beats it away. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. That has been cut short. Well, they could break here. Thuram. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And it's been played through. It is a corner. And this is Ibrahim. There's the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. That was superb goalkeeping.
Seedorf is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Seedorf goes short. He slings it in. So, third corner of the game. Claims comfortable. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And the finish! It's in! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
The first breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Hazard. Seedorf. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. Vietnam very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Vieira has Quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Hazard! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Vietnam get their fourth corner. Messi with the short one. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Knocks it into space. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And the shot! That's going to go a long way. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Looking to play him in. And it's Bellingham. Looking tidy in possession here. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, look at the space here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Can he get it through?
Vietnam can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
That's a super give and go. Hazard, very much a man of this moment. Tries to play it through, and this is Hullet. Seedorf gives no quarter whatsoever. Well, the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. Ferdinand pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Seedorf wants to run onto this. Ibrahimovic. That is a brilliant interception.
Have been indicated.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Vietnam clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Messi. Oh, strongly challenged there. Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free. Oh, well played. That's the end of the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Vietnam just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. The second half is up and running.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Tries a shot! It's a goal! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Ferdinand, Thuram.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Some really good ball movement. And that is a little undercooked. Threads one in, and this is Ronaldo. Pulls over the line, and it is a corner. They're up to 5 corners now. They've played it short. Plays it at Ibrahimovic! This time, surely! Thuram gets it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Messi. Big chance! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Substitution on the field. Number 24.
So we have movement on both benches. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
He has found a way through. Well, that is one way to stop him. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Bellingham, who is rarely short on confidence, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
Cristiano Ronaldo crosses. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Vietnam still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Messi.
Vietnam definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Seedorf cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well read, nice interception. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, that's fabulous. And Messi! He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Vietnam leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Vietnam clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's being urged to shoot.
Vietnam really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And here's Diego Costa! And that really should have been that.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Bellingham tries to pass it through, and this is Ronaldo. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And that is out of play. So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Eden Hazard. Number 10, Lionel Messi. Number 7, Jude Bellingham.
And it's Lahm.
Number 4,
Lahm delivers.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Number 11,
Vietnam
Pelé.
really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Clarence Seedorf. Number 16, Philip
Thuram proves just a little bit too strong. Diego Costa can be a real threat inside the box. Vieira. Desai does really well to win the ball there.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Full added minutes have been indicated.
Cruyff. 4 extra minutes added on. Rodri.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pull it. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And there goes the final whistle. Vietnam played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated.
Now everyone, please
The
turn
end
your
of the
attention
game.
to the screen.
Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.